Well, good evening, Stampin' friends. Sorry I'm just a couple minutes late. I was trying to rush around and get something done last minute, and anyway, here I am. And it's Tuesday, and it's 7 o'clock. Well, you know, close enough, right? And so here we are. So I have a really fun fold to share with you. I saw it on Patty Bennett's blog, and I thought you would really enjoy it. So I'm going to ask that you please forgive my scratchy voice. We had a super busy weekend with Shannon's baby shower, and I clearly did not get enough rest and did not have enough fluids, and so I stressed my voice quite intensely, actually. And so then I tried to give it some rest on Sunday, but you know, the Patriots didn't play well, so that was a problem. And then I had to work, and so teaching on Monday didn't give it a whole lot of rest. So today I haven't talked much at all, so this could be a combination of still morning voice and a very tired voice. So anyway, that all being said, here I am. This is me. Let's get going. All right. So this is kind of a cool fold, and it uses the Nested Essentials dies as one of the flaps, which I think is a really interesting way to use these dies. I had just been thinking, oh yeah, you just find a greeting that's long and skinny and life is good, right? I liked all of these dies, anyway, so, but when I saw what Patty did with them, I said, oh, that's pretty cool. So let's make a winter card first. So I already stamped with the snow crystal on the front of this card. Okay, so the card base is really just a standard base. Okay, I know it's short on the front, I get that. But if you start with a 5.5 by 8.5 and just chop 1 inch off, it works perfectly, and it's so much easier than trying to remember to cut it at 7.5 and where to score, and just do a regular base and then chop 1 inch off. It's all good, okay? Then your inside layer has to be pretty close to the same size as the back of the card. So I started with a 4 by 5.5, but then you need a little room for the score, and it doesn't always quite match up exactly on the top and the bottom. So when I did mine, I started at 5.5 and then I just pulled it in, not even a whole line, which is a 1/16 of an inch. Okay, so it's just the teeniest bit, just to give it a little wiggle room there. Okay, so you're going to need an inside piece. And then you're probably going to need a shape. Oh, and I was going to go get that, and I didn't. That's all right. I may go get it, or I may not. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just see. Okay, so you need to hide your flap, okay? Essentials tags. I used the second biggest for this one, okay? And then I used the third biggest for the white layer, okay? So that they fit just like that. Now we're going to do a tiny bit of scoring, so hang in there. All right, that's that one. Let's do a little stamping here. And okay. Where's the pretty snowflake? Here it is. So I do happen to have a winter birthday person. My daughter will be turning 31 next month on the 29th. So I will, and this might be one of her best birthdays ever because she's going to be getting a gift in January. Oh, her baby. All right, so let's clean that off. And let's put that away. So I'm using some of the stamps out of the Season of Chic. All right, then we'll grab the snowflake. Oh, I left it right here. Whew. Leslie's not really 100% there, I guess, is what I'm thinking. So I will just bring in the corner of this scrap paper, and what I'll do is stamp off and then stamp a couple of snowflakes. And one more, I think, up here, because some of that will get cut off. All right, I think we're good. So let's get to how this works. Having trouble with my stamp pads today, closing. You see, I got green Mossy Meadow on me earlier, just got Lost Lagoon on me. I'm going to be a very inky mess, but that's okay, because I'm having fun, and that's all that matters. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, so now we need my trimmer with my scoring blade. So just don't know that I want to go that far. So I'll line it up at 4 and then move it ever so slightly. And that gives me my little tab, okay, that I'm going to need. And then I'm going to, well, that would have been almost disastrous. Did you see what I did? I almost put this on upside down. So then I'm just going to mark with a pencil really lightly on the back. And then I'm going to go just a shave below it and cut that off. Okay. There we go. All right. I think that's all of that. So I cut a piece of this really pretty snowflake paper, and I should have written down the name or brought it over, and I forgot. So I'll put it in the comments or something, see where it lets me add details, because you know Facebook, some days it plays nice and some days it doesn't. So we're just going to put this over here like that, and then we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue. Well, we're going to try for a little bit. When I did this earlier on another card, it wasn't coming out and wasn't coming out, so I gave it a really good hard squeeze, and yeah, it squeezed all over the place. So let's put this right up to the edge. Okay. We'll give that a little second to set. Okay. Like that. And then we'll put some adhesive on here. Just use my seal. Oop, there it goes. And then I'm just going to sort of tap it on the bottom and stand it up. Feel along the edge and make sure we're good. And go ahead and put that down. So I will have to put a little bit of a shape in here, but I'm going to try and make sure it's hidden behind this. Okay, let's grab my bone folder and really give this a crease, because it does not want to lay flat right now. Let's go from the back too. There, okay. And then I'll give this one a little bit of an extra crease. Okay. All right, and then this layer just goes on just like that. So let's add a little bit of adhesive there. And let's try this again here. Let's touch it here with my finger. And then there we go. Okay, so now we have that. Okay. So now it'll open here and then open here. And let me just grab, don't go away, I promise I'm coming right back. Okay, let me just grab a piece of cardstock and my snowflakes that fell on the floor. And this is the, yeah, there's a name for it. It goes with the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set. So it sort of mimics the shape of the Nested Essentials dies, but it's a little shorter and fatter. So it'll give me a little tiny bit of room in here to at least sign it. Okay. So I can put this in here. Oh, and where's that pretty snowflake? Right here. And I'm not going to worry too much if a little bit gets on the pretty peacock, because it's probably not going to show, especially if I stamp off. Okay, so if we do something like this, and we have a little bit of the snowflake, I can see a little tiny bit of that. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so now we have that. Okay, so that's one version of that card. Okay, I wanted to show you another version of that card, and this one could go kind of either direction. Oops, hang on. Let's put, yep, let's put these on. I almost forgot them. There's one here, down here. I almost wonder if that should have gone down here. It's all right. I may end up cutting another one of these big ones out of Lost Lagoon and using that. We'll see what the final result is. Because you never know, right? So there's that one, and I think I might put one over here and I might end up trimming it off. Anyway, we'll see what it ends up looking like. Okay, so now I have one that I wanted to do for you using the Cheerful Daisies paper and copper clay cardstock. Okay, so this piece is three inches, right? Because this would be 3 1/4, because it should be 4 1/4, and we chopped off an inch. So this is 3 1/4. So the paper is 3 by 5 1/4. Okay. So if you're putting designer series paper on the front, that's what you want to cut it to, 3 by 5 1/4. And I'm doing them in a couple of different patterns and themes, if you will. Just so you can see, you can use it for anything. Whatever you've got, you can use that. All right, so we have our white on the inside to hide this. Now so really the trick for these is finding a long, tall greeting. Okay, so got adhesive on my fingernail. Okay, I think I got it off. So a little bit of a longer, vertical kind of greeting will work best if you're going to do it in this orientation. If you're going to do it like the last one I'm going to show you, it's okay to have it go, sideways. But for what we're doing, we're going to go this way. All right, so I've got some boho blue ink. And I thought I had, I put the copper clay back. Let me grab that, because I do want that. Okay. Sorry, this feels a little discombobulated today. All right, so let's do the greeting in the copper clay. And this is from the Scallop Contours. So we're going to add So Very Happy for You, because, you could be happy for somebody because it's their birthday. You could be happy for somebody because it's their anniversary. You could be happy for somebody because they just graduated or something. I love that greeting because it can be anything. Oh, here it is. So this stamp set, So Very Happy for You. Okay. And that stamp set also had a speckly stamp. So I thought we'd do a few speckles just because this isn't real tall, so I wanted a little bit of something going on here, around here, there. Okay, just a little something. And I could have die cut a daisy and put it down here, and I did not think to do that yet. Maybe that will happen. Or I could even go to the designer series paper and just cut one out and add it. A lot of options there. Okay, so let's move this over here. Let's grab this and let's do a little scoring. There we go. There. Okay, then we need to check our height on this one. Give us a little line. And I'm not even going to pull the trimmer in. I'm just going to go straight across the top. Well, thought it was straight. No, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's see how it looks on here. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yep, perfect. Well, anyway, all right, so I also trimmed out a piece of that since I was cutting this down to 3 inches. I had a little left over, so I thought, let me see what I think we like better. Do we want that to keep going? No, I think I like to sort of disguise the edge here. So we're just going to put this right even with the edge of this cardstock. Like that. Okay, and we'll just snip that little bit right off. Okay, so now when we put this in, it will almost look like it keeps going. Okay, all right, so let's get some adhesive. I like the liquid glue for this part just because it gives me a chance to wiggle it into place if I need to. And so I'm just going to get it here at the edge. Like that. All right, then we'll add this. And we'll just feel along the edge again so that okay. There we go. Whoops. I must have laid that in the... Oh well. I have a feeling I know who's going to get this card. I'll send it to my mom because she won't turn it over to the back. All right. Ugh, can't believe I did that. Well, I'll fix it later. You know what? I might not even cut that one. I am okay. Oh, maybe I already did? I guess I already did. I think I already did. Do you see how absolutely tired and I should be home in bed? Anyway, it's okay. All right. So the two that we did tonight, I did this vertical top kind of fold. Okay. However, they don't have to go that way. You can, let's just set these over here for a minute. You can go on the side. Okay. So you can go this way as well. Same exact thing, same measurements, same everything. Okay, still a 3-inch piece. I just added an extra piece of designer series paper. I added some of the little pumpkins from Pick-a-Patch and the thanks so much. And it just goes like that. Okay, so same exact thing. So you can have the vertical flap or you can have a horizontal flap. Your choice. Okay. So I hope you liked that little change. It's a really easy way to change up a card front. Okay. Not difficult at all. You could actually use almost any shape as long as you cut it long enough to fold over and tuck it in behind. Right? All right, so thanks so much for joining me tonight, and thanks for your understanding about my gravelly voice. And thank you, Melanie. I'm glad that you liked that card. So I will see you all next week on the 14th, and yeah, have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.